Hey guys, today I thought we'd take a look at the Power of the Force 2 Imperial speeder bike with exclusive Biker Scout. So for those who don't know, the Power of the Force 2 line was the very first time that we'd seen Star Wars figures released since the original run that ended in 1985. Now if you remember that era, it seemed to last forever that there was no Star Wars around. But when you think about it, it was only 10 years, and this figure and vehicle is nearly 20 years old. So this was released in 1995, and this is actually an historic Star Wars figure, which I shall come to shortly. So the early Power of the Force figures and vehicles all had this red stripe across them. This one you can see is multi-language. It features English, French and Spanish by the looks of that. So on the front there we can see the toy, which is basically the vintage speeder bike, done in slightly different colour plastic. Explodes and ejects rider in battle, so it's got the same gimmick that the old one had. And if we take a look around the box, you can see the toy there. And on the back, you can see there how the action feature works, just like the vintage one. We've got a little bit of information about the Biker Scout character, and then you can see the other figures that came out that year. We've got the original run of Star Wars figures from '95. We've got the Electronic X-Wing, the newer Millennium Falcon, and the Imperial ATST. So what many might not know is Kenner were actually still making these figures. It wasn't until 1998 that Hasbro took over completely. So within that box we get two little packages. Now this first one has the Biker Scout figure, and he's twisty tied onto there. You can see I've removed that before. We'll just take him out of there. And we also get this section, which opens out. And we can see there we've got all the instructions and stickers and everything. And the main vehicle is tied on again to that section. So we have a tiny little sticker sheet, which I will have put the stickers on at the time. We've got this black and white little information leaflet that doesn't actually have any English on it. Also, I think unique to this one, I don't remember seeing it anywhere else, we've got a little bit of write-up about Biker Scouts and speeder bikes, done in 3 languages. That was a nice addition at the time. And we also get an instruction sheet, and you can see where to apply the labels there, and on the back how to assemble it and put your figure on. So here we have the Biker Scout figure, and I know I'm looking at him at a rather odd angle, but this figure is historic because he was the very, very first Star Wars action figure to feature a leg bend. And also, his head can move up and down like that, so when you put him on the speeder bike he can still be looking forward, which was great at the time. Doesn't turn left and right. The arms only move up and down like that, and the legs move like that. The unfortunate thing is he's pretty much stuck in that pose. So the speeder bike itself then, it's the exact same mould as the vintage speeder bike, but the plastic that they used was completely different. You see this is all very shiny. It's a lot darker brown. There's some softer pieces on there. The flaps on the back do still work. The bits that used to always fall off and get lost. Still got the little gun underneath. And then we have this section, which funnily enough retains the old thing that you could attach the figures with. The vintage figures would sit the legs under that and that would be it. You couldn't bend the legs around or anything. And then with this front section, just got some nice paint detailing on there. And we got some stickers that we never had in the original one. These pieces are bendy, they're very, very soft. So once we've got it assembled, we can actually put our figure on it and get it to stand up. I believe it goes on something like that. So you don't even use that piece anymore. And the way his hands are shaped, he could actually hold both handlebars, which the vintage ones would never allow you to do. So as you can see with the figure on, it's a little bit too heavy to stand on its own legs. But this was the first time ever we had a Biker Scout on his speeder bike looking forward. He had his legs in the right place, not sticking up here somewhere. This was really good back in the day. I know it's been surpassed a couple of times since then, but for 1995 this was pretty good. It's actually discolouring slightly. This has been in a box for years. But what was also cool, they actually released a Luke Skywalker on a speeder bike and a Princess Leia on a speeder bike, And they had articulated knees as well, so they could fit on properly. They were slightly different to this one, but only slightly. And of course we've got the old famous feature on there, so when he gets blasted you can press the button at the back and it rather limply falls to pieces. So there you go guys, that is the Power of the Force 2 Imperial Speeder Bike with Biker Scout figure. This has been Luke, thanks for watching.